I have bitten off a bit more than I can chew for my TBR for June. Also, hi, welcome to the weekly vlog. It's Thursday. I haven't introed or spoken at all yet for this week. I've not been in the mood to chat, period. We've been in a really bad heat wave all week, finally broken today, but it's been 40 degrees all week and I don't have air conditioning at home. Now I do, actually. Great news for me. So my roommate works at Canadian Tire. People who aren't Canadian watching this, Canadian Tire is like your outdoor needs superstore, basically. It has like home appliances and camping stuff, and there's an auto shop. It's just kind of everything adulty, basically. So he texted me last night and he was just like, hey, somebody just returned two $700 AC units that this guy was an idiot. He bought two of them, each $700, and he thought that a portable AC unit meant that you could just plug it into any outlet and turn it on. So he took it home and opened the boxes, destroyed the boxes, like mangled them, and pulled out like this hose that connects to your window, and he's like, that's not what portable means. That's not a portable AC unit. So he returned both of them and he was like, yeah, like that's false advertising. And the cashier who helped him was like, did you do like any research before spending $1,500? Anyways, so because he destroyed these boxes, they marked them down from $700 to $300. Crazy deal. They're perfectly fine, brand new. The one of them he didn't even take out of the plastic. He just ripped open the box and went, ugh, no thank you, and returned them. So I asked my other roommate if we could go to Canadian Tire first thing in the morning. They open at 8 a.m. We were outside their doors at 7:45, and I went and I stood in front of them like, this is mine. Thank you very much. So just one, obviously. I did not buy two of them, but still, $300 later, I now have an AC unit for the first time in my life, and I've never been happier. Having air conditioning is so nice. Holy shit. I'm so happy. This was money well spent. Could I afford $300 right now? Not really, especially because I'm going to the dentist on Saturday and getting a bunch of work done, so I'm gonna be broke. But luckily I get paid tomorrow, so it's fine. And honestly, even if I couldn't have afforded this, I would have bought it anyways. This was a much needed investment. Also, my cat is much happier. What are you doing back there? Yeah, he was not doing well in the heat the other day. He was miserable. So it's for my cat. I can justify it that way. Also for me. I was also miserable, so I'm not mad that I bought this. Anyways, I'm here to talk about books. I started to and then got sidetracked. So reading wise, I am reading too many things and have too many things that I need to finish before the end of the month. It's currently June 25th. I have this evening and then 4 days left of the month, and I need to finish, oh God, 5 things? That's not happening. So my current reads, right now I'm reading A Dark and Hollow Star by Ashley Shuttleworth. This is for a secret vlog that I've been working on for a little bit. I'm not going to get into thoughts here, but I'm not far in. I am only on page 42 right now. I'm also reading over audio Into the Drowning Deep by Mira. That one's for Backless Bash, and I'm about halfway through that one right now. That one I'll finish no problem because I just have it playing when I'm on break at work or doing house chores, that kind of thing. But also for Backless Bash, I'm currently reading 9 Bar Blues on my Kindle. I'm 6% into that one. This is definitely not getting finished this month, but I can at least start it and get a head start for Backless Bash for next month. So those are my 3 current reads that I'm trying to finish. But then also for those Goodreads challenges that they do every quarter or so, this round of challenges are ending on the 30th, and I have 1 left that I have to do. So I also have to start and finish The Martian by Weir in the next few days somehow. And then I wanted to read 1 more book for Backless Bash. I try and do 5. I've done 2 and I'm currently reading 2 others, so I would like to do 1 more. Probably not gonna happen, but I would like to. And then on Sunday, the in-person book club that I'm part of, we're doing our monthly meetup, and this month's book is Every Heart a Doorway by McGuire, which I have read like 4 or 5 times, so I don't need to reread it, but I wanted to because I'll take any excuse to reread that book. That one I could do in like an hour and a half. It's super short, so I could just pick that up, but I don't need to prioritize that, but I want to. So we'll see. And then, oh, there was something else. I forget. There was something else that I'm forgetting right now, but there's like multiple other things that I would like to get to like right now, and I had plans to read this month. Granted, my TBR for this month was a little insane. I've already read 15 books this month, like finished 15 books this month, and I'm reading 3 more, and I'm like, I can't do everything. I'm not capable of doing a book a day. That's a little much for me. Maybe small books, sure, but huge books. I've read a lot of like chunkier books this month, and still managed to get through 15 books, soon to be 18. So that's plenty. The books will still be here next month, but like some of them are for challenges, so I want to get them done this month. But I don't know. Anyways, that's that on that for right now. Things that I've finished this week. I've definitely finished some things. What were they? This whole week's been a blur. My life is a mess right now. There's like work shit going on that has me stressed out, and like I'm not mentally present right now. So I don't know what's happening. What day is it? Oh my god, what's happened this week? I think, was that this week? I'm pretty sure this week I finished The Memory Librarian by Janelle Monàe. I think that was this week. It might have been last week. I don't know what's happening. But I finished it. I liked it. I gave it 4 stars. I thought it was really fun. It was beautifully written. Their writing style is absolutely gorgeous. I almost never give anthologies higher than a 4 star just because there's always like 1 or 2 that aren't as good as the rest. And while I enjoy anthologies, it is hard to get into them because each story is so short, and sometimes it feels like they end right when I'm starting to get into it. But either way, it was still a great time, and I would definitely read more from them if they have any other books out. And then I finished Beetle and the Hollowbones by Aliza, Layne. That one's for Backlist Bash though, so keep an eye out for that video coming out at some point soon-ish. Who knows when. I feel like there was something else that I finished. I should have checked first. That would have been smart. How have I already been talking for 10 minutes? I don't know what's going on right now, guys. I'm fine, I promise. I'm very tired. I've been up since like 6:30 this morning, and you know, did the whole AC thing and had to go to the bank for work, and then also worked an 8-hour shift after that. So I'm a little tired, but alas, the night shall not end here. Very excited. My friend and I are going to a paint night today, which actually is very soon. I need to stop talking and go make dinner before I have to leave. Yeah, we're gonna go paint a landscape with like, I think there's a bridge in it, and it's like a sunset sort of thing. It looks adorable, and I can't wait to go. Mine will definitely not look like the example painting. Mine will look like a child made it, but that's half the fun. So I'm very okay with it looking bad because it's the experience that matters. Just don't judge me too harshly when you see it. I'm aware that it's not going to be a skillful painting, but it'll be fun, so it's fine. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up and go do the things that I have to do before I have to leave. So I'll talk to you later. I promise. I will actually talk to you guys later. Like, I'm so stressed out right now. I'm just going to the dentist to get fillings. I need 4 of them, but still, it's just fillings. I've had these before, and yet I'm so anxious right now that I couldn't sleep last night. I couldn't function, and I'm just sitting here paralyzed. Like, I need to leave in 20 minutes, and I'm still, like, not dressed, just sitting here stressed out and anxious and trying not to cry. I hate any kind of medical stuff, but especially the dentist. I hate it. I hate it so much, but I have to do it. Ugh, God, I'm probably gonna go buy myself a book as a reward for going, most likely. atrocious lighting. But I have no idea where my little tripod is right now, so we'll have to make do with whatever this is. Hi, it's Sunday. Once again, intended to update more frequently and then just did not do that. My bad. It's been a good week in some ways, but a very stressful week in other ways. I went to the dentist yesterday and the rest of my day was a write-off. I went first thing in the morning. It was at 10 a.m. and the rest of my day was spent in bed, mostly just watching The Queer Ultimatum, which is excellent. I'm having a very good time with that show. It's so messy and I love it. But yeah, like my mouth still hurts a lot and I'm just like grumpy and tired. But today I also had book club, the in-person book club that I'm part of. We had our meeting today and we met at the library also at 10 a.m. So both of my days off this week I had to get up really early, but that's okay. But I had a great time. Everybody loved the book, so that was really nice. I was a little nervous about this meeting because the Weir Children series is my favorite series in the entire world. And of course I respect everyone's opinion. If they don't like it, that's totally fine. But I would also be really sad if I had to sit and listen to like a bunch of people talk about how they hated it. But luckily everyone seemed to really enjoy it and we had some really good discussions following it, so that was a lovely time. And then afterwards, one of my friends who I met through book club, we decided to go to the cutest little indie bookstore about an hour away from where we live. We had a lovely drive together and hung out there. I did get a book and I definitely shouldn't have. I'll get to momentarily. But yeah, we just had a very nice time. And aside from that, oh, we went to a paint night the other day. I don't even know what day that was. Was that on Friday? Maybe? Either way, it was this week, Thursday, whatever day it was. We went to a paint night. I left it downstairs, but I know I put some B-roll in there. So but we had such a great time and I'm like genuinely really proud of what I painted. That was only my second time ever painting. My first time painting was in April, where I painted some tulips that looked terrible. So my plan for this paint night was that like I was well aware that it was going to look terrible, but I was going to have a really fun time doing it, and that's all that mattered. But I'm really proud of what I did. I think it looks great. Is it perfect? No, but from a distance, it's really nice. I don't know, I'm proud of it. And it was fun, so I'm definitely going to keep going to those. But yeah, that's been my week. Lots of fun things, a couple of less fun things, but overall a pretty solid week. Very busy. I am very tired. But onto the reading stuff. So somebody needs to take away my wallet. I need to be stopped, okay? I bought 4 more books this week. What's happening? So, oh god, so after the dentist, I felt that I deserved a little treat for going to the dentist, and one treat turned into 2 treats. So first of all, I got The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. This was regular 40% off, plus I have Plum Plus, so I get an extra 10% off, so I got this for half off. So this one I don't feel too bad about. I've read the Shuttleworth series, but I DNF'd Six of Crows, but this one sounds really good. It's a historical fantasy kind of thing. Sounded great and I've heard amazing things about it, so I'm glad to have picked it up. I'm also like in love with this cover. But then was not intending on buying this. I just saw this beautiful edition and I couldn't not get it, so I did pick up this gorgeous edition with some gold foiling on it of The Sword of Kagen by M.L. Wang. We read this for book club I think 2 months ago and I fell in love with this story. This is such a fantastic story and it's definitely one that I will reread, and I just wanted this on my shelf as a trophy of how much I love this book. And I mean, like, come on, this is so beautiful. How do I say no to this? I can't. I didn't. I got it. And then today at the indie bookstore, I picked up Horsefly by this name, which is French, and I can't pronounce that. You'd think I'd be able to. I am literally French Canadian. I used to be fluent in French, but I am no longer fluent in French, and I have forgotten how pronunciation works. But because it's Canada Day this week, they were doing a sale for all of the Canadian authors, so it was 15% off. I'd never heard of this book before, but it looked really intriguing. This is a weird horror novel that has to do with flies and bugs, and that sounds absolutely revolting. So I got it. But also, I don't have nearly enough Canadian books on my shelf, and especially, like, I don't think I have any French Canadian books. And this one was written and translated from French, so I just wanted to add to my collection and include some French Canadian books on my shelf. I have no idea when I'm going to get to this, but at some point soon, hopefully, I will pick this one up and probably be disgusted and hopefully have a great time. And then, finally, on the way home, We stopped at Walmart. I was there for a reason. I was getting something that I need for my new AC unit, which they didn't even have, so I just got a bunch of stuff that I didn't need. But one of those things that I definitely didn't need but got anyways was the Rag Picker King by Cassandra Clare. Have I read book 1 yet? No, but now I have book 2. So it was 30% off. You know, get this out of there. It was on sale, so that's why I got it mainly. And like I knew that at some point I was gonna have to buy it because I have book 1 in the hardcover, so of course I need book 2 in the matching hardcover. And I still wasn't fully sold until I opened it. So first of all, hello, beautiful, gorgeous map. I love that. It's also different on the other side, but the real reason why I couldn't say no to this book was because of this. Beautiful, gorgeous, and then I just saw this right now, but that's on the back of it. So, you know, this was a requirement. I actually didn't have a choice but to buy this. Something possessed me and put it in the cart, and I have no regrets. I'm okay with that. Ooh, I like the side of it too. I kind of just like the naked hardback. I love this cover. It's beautiful. But like this is better. So yeah, now I also have that, and I'm broke. Between buying this AC unit, going to the dentist, a bunch of books this week, and not just this week but this entire month, I have purchased more books just this month than I have in the rest of this entire year combined. So I need to stop. I think I'm gonna do a no buy July. That sounds like a really good idea that my bank account would probably thank me for. So I need to chill, because when I get stressed out, retail therapy is very much where I go. So hence the gigantic stack of books that I've bought recently. Lord help me. Anyways, reading updates. I reread Every Heart a Doorway by McGuire last night in preparation for book club today. Of course, I gave this 5-star. It was my 4th time reading it. I absolutely adore this series, and I love this edition of the omnibus. This is the first 3 books in the series. It's so pretty. I love all of the doors. So good. And then I also finished, I think, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I finished reading Into the Drowning Deep by Mira, but that one is for Backless Bash, so that'll be in that video at some point whenever it comes out. And then I have plenty of current reads that I'm desperately trying to finish before the end of the month, which is tomorrow, by the way. It's not gonna happen, but I'll try. So the one that I have to finish is The Martian by Weir. This one is the last book for this round of Goodreads challenges. So this one I have to finish either tonight or tomorrow. And what? I don't even have a bookmark in here. What the hell? I started this yesterday after I got back from the dentist, and I was really out of it, and I guess when I was done reading for that session, I just closed the book and didn't even put a bookmark in here. So I don't actually know where I'm at in this book. Not very far though. Okay, so I only got to chapter 4, which is page 35, so not very far in, and I want to try and finish all of this between today and tomorrow. So good luck to me, or at the very least get to the halfway mark, because if I get to the halfway mark, then I can count this towards my June stats. So there's that. I've made 0 progress in 9 Bar Blues. I haven't touched it a single time since I read the first story, so that'll happen eventually. And then in A Dark and Hollow Star, I've made some progress on this one. I'm on page 101, so right there, that's something. And actually with this one, for some reason, I cannot focus when I have the audiobook playing. Something like 95% of my reading is done either just the audiobook or physical book in tandem with the audiobook. But for this one, I've been trying to tandem read it, and I cannot focus. So this one I've been reading just with my eyeballs, which is why it's taking me so long, because ADHD life, I get sidetracked very quickly. But I am having a good time with this one so far. It's not my favorite read, but I think I'll end up really enjoying it. I feel like there's something else that I'm currently reading, but I can't think of what it is, so I'm just gonna pretend that it does not exist. I'm definitely not gonna finish this one or 9 Bar Blues, but this one, it's gonna happen. I can feel it. I swear there's something else. Hang on, I'm gonna go look real quick. I'm just thinking that there was for some reason, but no, that is all that I'm actually reading right now. I say all as if it isn't a lot. I'm reading too many things once again. They'll all get done eventually. Just most of them will be next month. So anyways, I'm gonna shut up. I've been talking for 15 minutes somehow. This is what happens when I don't update for the entire week, is I have to do all of it at once. That's a lot. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna wrap this up here. So thanks for watching. I had lots of fun this week. I hope you enjoyed watching. Let me know what you read this week, and I will catch you guys later on. Bye.